Good morning. Welcome to Chair Yoga with Olivia. This is a Silver Sneakers Flex class. Nice to have you here this morning. All right, let's go. No, just Enya. It does sound like Christmas, but it's not. All right, to sit on back in the back of your seat. Slide yourself back, snuggle in on these nice, comfy backs of the chair. And welcome to those of you that are new, that are coming back again. So settle in, take a nice deep breath in, fill the lungs, long, slow exhale. And then allow those powerful jaw muscles to just let go. I invite you to close your eyes if you're comfortable with that. If that makes you uncomfortable, then just drop your gaze downward, but come inside your skin, the chair, and just allow yourself to be present. So with each exhale, let go. Just like Elsa said, let it go. Take a deep breath in. You hold on to that inhale for 1 second. And then exhale even longer than the inhale took. And then hold on to that exhale for 1 second before you turn around and inhale. And notice what part of the breath is relaxing and what part is energizing. Start to feel the shoulders release away from your ears. And that front body just sink into the back body. Nice open soft gaze. Let's slide the feet out in front first, toes to the ceiling, 3/4 point, and then drop the toes down, and then work through the ankles here first. Again, I hope that feels good. And then let's circle the ankles together or separate, doesn't matter, just circle them around. Come on out to the edge of the seat so your sit bones are sitting right on the very tip of the seat. The thigh muscles are all the way off of the seat right there. Give your shoulders a roll around, slide them down the tailbone. A little lift in the heart here. Yeah. And then tipping the head over to the right. Drop the chin down towards the chest and coming up onto the other side. And then be sure the feet are right underneath the knees. I have my hands on the thigh muscles, just pressing down slightly to remember myself to stay grounded through my feet as well. Just getting into those tight spots in your neck, whatever you need. You want to stay on one side a little longer, you need a little shoulder roll, that's okay. All right. And take one more, just in the front. And we're going to sit up, bring the head right back up. It's going to rest right atop of the shoulders. Turn the gaze over the right shoulder. Open your eyes really wide. Make a mental note. How far back can you see without moving the shoulders? Come on back to the front. Let's go the other way. Same thing. Without moving the shoulders, open the eyes really wide. Yeah. Come back to the front. Lift the shoulders up by your ears and then press them down. All right. So I'm going to make little fists here and then press them back down. Inhale as you lift. Exhale as you press down. Beautiful. Again. Inhale, lift. Exhale, press down. All right. Now, from here. Hands up. No, let's take them down to the side. So mountain pose means the palms are going to begin to press forward just a little bit. You're on the tip of the sit bones. And let's just do this. Roll forward and roll back on the sit bones. And then you want to find neutral. So you're right at the tip of the sit bones. Pull that belly in, lift the pelvic floor, and then let the elbows tuck into the waistline a little bit. It's going to press the palms forward. forward. Also draw the shoulders back. Take a little lift in your heart. Thank you. All right, so from here, we're going to roll the shoulder heads to the front diagonal of your imaginary box, and then we're going to roll them back towards the back diagonal of your imaginary box. All right, don't stand up. I'm just going to do this, all right? We're going to roll them forward and then roll them back, staying on the same plane here with us. And again. Nice stretch in the back, nice stretch in the chest, and we're going to stay back here now. So holding this, breathing, 2 breaths. One more right into the heart center. And then release, just come back to that neutral position. All right, right arm up, reach to the top of the ear, and all the way down, and then switch. Up to the top of the ear. 2 more. Keeping that body nice and still, just the arm is moving. Let's leave this one up. Take the other one up. Yeah, where's that ear? All right. And then circle the elbows around. Now, as big as you're comfortable here. You can take full range of motion. You can take it nice and small. It's up to you. Whatever feels good to you. Again, nice. One more time. All right. Let's leave the arms out. Now, small circles. Notice you, I knew that's, maybe one of you can move up a little bit. There's also 2 chairs right here, too. All right, so little circles. And notice when you start to do that, you fire on those abdominal muscles a little bit, right? So you start to use your core muscles. Otherwise, you'd be doing this, right? Yeah. Okay, let's go the other way. Same thing. Navel into the spine. Okay, now I'm going to tip. Coming right back up. And if fingers on the shoulders feels better to you, go ahead and do that. Yeah, that's just fine, Judy. Come on in. I didn't get the seat set up in time, so that's why it got a little goofy. Yep. I'll move over here and I'll get up too. And again, 2 more. Okay, leave that left arm up. We're going to follow it with the right and bring the hands back down to the heart. All right, now they're going to slide back. Oh, you know what? Let's take it this way. So I want you to imagine you're doing a push-up, yeah? So elbows come back, shoulder blades come together, and then we're just going to push forward. All right, draw them back, elbows behind, and then push forward. It's a push-up, yeah? Draw them back, keeping the ribs at the thumbs at the ribs, yeah. Draw back, feel that strength in the back, and then push forward. One more time, and push forward, hold it right here. Now, open the arms up wide. And then I want you to squeeze in. I want you to imagine you've got a beach ball right here. You're trying to squeeze in. Open wide. So again, you're going to fire on the abdominal muscles. And if you had one of those balls that's weighted, if you had a ball there and you did this, you would have to fire on those abdominal muscles. So use that imagination. Use your imagination there. Exhale in. Inhale open. Exhale. One more time. And exhale. All right, let's go. One arm up, one arm down. Now, maybe that hand comes behind your back, maybe it doesn't. You decide how deep you'll take that. All right, but pressing the knuckles back or pressing the palm back. Working range of motion around the shoulder. Again. 2 more. Last one, let's leave that arm up, followed by the next one. And now we're going to hinge forward a little bit, forward fold. Slide up the legs, halfway rise. Heart comes forward here. It's like I said something, you said, huh? Reach into chair pose. And all the way up, deep breath in. All right, we've got this beach ball right here. We're going to drop it right down to the hip. Both hands come down. Reaching to the ceiling. Drop it down to the hip. Reach to the ceiling. We start to add this little twist. Look over the shoulder if you can. Belly is pulling in, right? Navel to the spine. Look over the shoulder. One more time. Look over the shoulder if you can. Try to keep the hips still to the front. One more time. All right, let's keep that left hand there. We're going to follow it with the right hand. And then you can be on the chair or back. And then just lift the heart. Squeeze the shoulder blades in. Yeah. Bend the elbows or straighten, whatever feels good to you. And from here, we're going to circle sweep. Bring the arms forward. All the way up. Up comes that right leg. Right. Lift to the ceiling. And then out in front. All right. So lift. You can kick underneath or on the shin. Lift it as high as you're comfortable. And out. And again, out to the side. It's up to you. And again, lift. Hold it nice and tall. And then just draw a little circle with your knee on the wall, right in front of you or out to the side. Try to use one hand. And then also try to let that leg be dead weight. All right, so you're really using your arms to do this. All right, hold it up, nice and tall. 4, 3, 2, and slowly release it, let it float back down. Nice, other side, up comes the knee. Deep breath in, comes up towards the knee, towards the ceiling, again, nice stretch in the back. And then exhale out. You need to put the foot on the ground there, that's fine. And again, 2 more. All right, last one. We hold this up, and here's where we draw that circle. Now, try just to let that leg be dead weight. You may want to hold underneath, whatever is good, but really use the muscles of the shoulder to do that. Also, pull the navel into your spine. I need a t-shirt that says that, because that's every exercise we do. Navel to the spine. We're always working on our core strength. Hold it up. Again, try to let it be dead weight there. And use that arm muscles to do that. 3, 2, 1. Let it float down. Nice deep breath. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway rise. Heart comes forward. This time let's reach back. Yeah. Squeezing the shoulder blades. Reach the fingers back. So the palms to the ground, knuckles to the ceiling. Bring the heart forward. I need to see everybody's eyes. Nice. From here, sweep the arms to the front. Nothing changes. The weight's on the feet here. This is our chair pose. Pull the shoulders back. Yeah, what a difference. Reach to the ceiling. Okay, feet underneath you. We're going to stand up. Hands up, hands here, hands here. Use the chair, whatever you need. Deep breath in. Exhale, come on up. All right, now moving your feet in just a little bit so heels are underneath your sit bones, okay? I'm going to resituate here too, so no worries.
So I don't hit you.
Yeah, you won't. I'm going to resituate. Okay, heels are underneath the sit bones. Grab the earth, your shoes with your toes a bit, okay? So you're aware of all parts, front, side, back, in big toe mound, pressing into the ground. And then a little micro bend in the knees, okay? We never want to lock a joint out. Draw the tailbone down to the ground. Yeah, pull the belly in, lift the pelvic floor, lift the heart, little tuck in the chin. Let the palms begin to press forward. That's going to draw those shoulder blades back. It's an active posture. We call it mountain pose. Beautiful. All right, take the arms out. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to squeeze that ball in, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to sink into my knees just a little bit. Open wide, press back. And I'm not going to come into chair pose. I'm just going to sink into my knees a little bit. Back, stay straight here. Yeah. Open wide. And again, squeeze that ball. Really resist that. And imagine I gave you 8 pounds in your hand right there. To do that, you would have to fire on those abdominal muscles. So pretend you're doing that. And again, 2 more. Last one. And open. Okay. Now we're going to circle sweep and come into chair pose. And then press the hands back. Lift the heart. Circle sweep. Come into chair pose like you're going to sit in that chair, but you're not. All right. And again, so now that those hips go back a little bit. Come on back up. Exhaling. Inhale all the way up. Let's tuck the hands behind into your back pocket, or you can clasp them however you'd like. Elbows back. Lift the heart. A little chest expansion. Nice. All right. And hands back to the heart. Deep breath in. We're going to forward fold. Halfway rise. Heart moves forward. And circle sweep. Pass all the way through chair pose. Deep breath in and down. All right, let's come around to the right side of the chair. And then turn to your chair. And then put your hands on your chair. All right. Instead of turning the chair around, we're just going to take it this way. So you may use fists here if that feels better. If you feel like you're down too low, of course, you can always use the back of the chair. We're going to take our cat and cow right here, okay? We doing all right? Good morning. Oh,
I forgot to shut off my phone.
Oh, did you hear that? She knows how to turn the phone off. I'm impressed. I'm impressed. Okay, here we go. On fists, or just grab the chair, whatever one works for you. Feet are right underneath the knees here, or those are hips, and hands under the shoulders. Heart moves forward. So you're going to take your gaze maybe 6 feet in front, and then start in the tailbone, tuck it underneath you just a little bit, push through the hands, tuck your chin, you're going to look back towards your thighs. And then again, same thing, that heart moves forward, the back goes flat. Exhale, tuck the tailbone, a little movement in the spine here. All right, that should feel good. As you release this, don't let the belly release, just bring the heart forward. Exhale, tuck the tailbone round. Release, look 6 feet in front of you, and then exhale, tuck. Just roll through this. All right. This should be a daily thing. You're as young as your back is flexible, say those yogis. And one more time. Heart moves forward and coming back. All right. Tuck your chin over to the left shoulder. Look for your tailbone. And then tuck your chin over to the right shoulder. Look towards your tailbone. I'm not finding it. I'm just looking for it. Just in case you wondered. All right, come back to the center. Let's slide the right foot out and drop that heel down. And then I'm going to use the chair if you need it. Rise yourself right back up. You've got that chair handy. I'm going to take one arm up. You can take both arms if you find that works. And then I'm going to swing that arm down and come right back up. So my back heel is down. The toes turned out a little bit. My front knee is over the ankle. And my back leg is straight. All the way up. One more time. All the way up. Now reach over the chair. Hands come back to the chair. And let's switch. Just take the other foot back there too. Toe ball heel goes down. Front knee over the ankle. You can use that chair if you need to. And we're going to take arms up and down. All right. Use the chair whenever you need it to. That's why it's there. And again, nothing moving in the low half of my body. Front knee over the ankle. Back leg is straight. Check and be sure. One more time. All the way up. Reach over the chair. Step both feet in. Let's take another cat and cow. Exhale, tuck the tailbone. All right, step your feet about chair width apart there. Bend the knees, hands on the thigh muscles. We're going to tuck the tailbone round the spine, roll back up. Come all the way up. And we turn to the front, deep breath in. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway rise. And circle sweep, pass right through that chair pose. Now, upward salute. You have something in your hands and you want to put it in the top shelf. Go ahead and let the shoulders ride up as much as you're comfortable. Nice side stretch. I'm going to take a little bend over to one side and then a little bend to the other side. Yeah, hands behind the head, pressing the elbows back, lift the heart, and release down. All right, a little shake out. Let's come around to downward facing dog in the back. So everybody's probably going to have to shift their chair around a little bit. There is a little more room. Move forward here a bit. Yep. All right, here we go. Feet underneath the hips, hands on the chair lightly today. And then hinging at the hips, let the heart move towards the earth. Tip the pelvis forward so that tailbone goes to the back wall. Take a nice deep breath in. One more. All right, take the gaze over the chair, step in on both feet. We'll take it to the side. And I'm going to step my feet out wide, just a little bit wider than the chair width if you can. Turn the toes out just ever so slightly, and let's just wash across the wall in front. So I'm going to sink into one knee. I'm going to sink into the other knee. All right. So you're running your hands through, I don't know, oil, something thick. All right. So pull it and pull it and push it. All right. Again, using core muscles to do this. And again, one more time. All right. All right. Step both feet in. You're going to stay behind the chair. I'm a little over to the left, so I've got the chair handy. I'm going to step out and come right back in. Slide that foot in. If you can just touch the ground with the toe, that's fine. If you need the chair, the foot on the ground, that's okay. So out, pull it right back in. Don't anybody fall. And back. And again. Why is it you two are going the same? I've gone other way. There you go. Come back. Again, step out. Come on back. One more time. Come on back. Hold that. I've got one hand on the chair. I'm going to sink into my knee, straight back here, and come right back up. And again, sink into the knee, straight back. It's just a little bit. Should you find balance? Try it. Look, no hands, Ma. And one more time. All right. Open wide. Come to that star pose. Turn the toes out. Reach nice and wide. Drop your shoulders down. What a difference, huh? Than when you're up here. Let them release down the back. Draw the tailbone down to the ground. As big and tall and long as you can be, but as thin as you can be also. So belly in. Breathing deep. All right, hands together. Let's go this way. Pushing over. Coming back. Try that balance again. Push over. Come back. And take it at your own pace. You want to lift that foot up. If you really find it, when you come back, you think long spine, all right? So when you come back, don't come down, come up. That's how dancers turn to make it look so easy. And again. One more time, we're gonna hold this one. Here we go, chair if you need it. Balancing on that one foot. Even if you're using the chair, you are still balancing. You're working on those leg muscles. And the toes. And the core muscles. Should you find balance? One hand or no hands. Okay, from here, I'm going to sink into that knee and come right back up. Use the chair if you need to. I want you to imagine your shoulders are going to stay on that wall behind you. It's just a little bend. Belly in. All right, 3 more. 2. And last one. All right, stepping out, turn the toes. Ta-da! Hands together. Walk your feet in, downward facing dog, stepping back. And again, tip the pelvis forward. I want you to imagine that your pelvis is a fishbowl, and you're going to dump all that water out of it down your thigh muscles. So you're going to tip it forward, the tailbone, the sit bones go to the back wall there. And you'll lower the heart towards the earth. Now, let's just try this. Elbows out to the side right there, and let your head come between that space. Does that make a difference, how low you can lower your heart? Let's try it. All right, taking the gaze over the chair. Step in, and this time, take a little baby step in between you and the chair, and I want you to draw the elbows inward towards one another here, okay? We're going to bend the elbows and then push back up. So I want you to put weight on the chair this time. We're going to work those tricep muscles. Bending the heart, and then pushing back up, all right? Remember how we took that push up when we started? That's where we are now. Coming down. And again. Oh, let's just try this. Let's put the right foot forward and the left foot back just a little. Come forward, and then bring the heart forward and come right back up. Sit back into the heel. We do it again. Bend the elbows. Push forward, coming all the way up and back. Drop into the heel. One more time. Push forward and switch feet. This is a yoga move. We do this on the ground. Okay, here we go. We're going to bend the elbows. We're going to push forward, almost like you're going to touch your chin on your chair. Come up nice and tall. Straighten the arms if you can. Sink into that back heel. And again, elbows go down to the ground, push forward, come all the way up. Can you imagine you were on the ground? We come into upward facing dog, we call it. So here's that chaturanga. We push through and into upward facing dog, pressing straight in the arms. Back to downward facing dog, which we would take after that. Breathing deep. All right, hands back on the thigh muscles, a little bend in the knee. We're going to reverse swan dive all the way back up. Rain right on down the center, halfway rise. Yes, heart moves forward. And then circle sweep. We're going to come into our chair pose. You can still see your toes here if you look down, right? Mm-hmm. Pull the shoulders back. Yes. Rise up. Reach. And release back down. All right, grab a drink of water. I've been yakking a lot. I guess mainly because I don't have my water here. That's why I haven't thought about it. Let's go grab my water. Okay. a nice little flow series of yoga postures going, okay? Okay, from mountain pose. Remember, every posture we do is going to come from mountain pose, right? The shoulder heads are pointing to the side walls, the heart is lifted, shoulder blades drawing down your back. Famous last words? Belly in, navel to the spine. Okay, always going to come from that. So keeping that in mind, let's step the feet out wide, turn the right toe to the right wall, and we're going to sink into this right knee. Okay? Left toe faces the front, right toe faces the front, the right wall, and the knee is over the ankle, back leg is straight. If this is too much for you, then you can always bring this back foot in. But let's always keep this knee over the ankle, the back leg straight. Open the arms out. They're going to come parallel to the ground. And I'm going to ask you to turn the knuckles to the back and then let the knuckles press back a little bit. So the shoulders are going to come together. Yeah, mountain pose. Sense it still there. All right, we're going to hinge. Just touch the knee. Come right back up. Pass through warrior two and touch. Keeping that front knee bent. When we do that, we tend to straighten that front knee. So try to keep that knee over the ankle still. One more time. And come right back to warrior two. Okay, now we're going to slide towards the right. Rest the wrist. You may use the chair or reach to the ceiling. Warrior two. Lovely. Now, maybe we'll turn the gaze towards the hand. If you need that chair for support, go ahead and do that. It's a lot of work on the neck. Pelvic floor is lifted. Lift the heart. Here's that mountain pose still, right? Breathing deep. Let that arm maybe float towards the side of your face. Thumb to the back wall so we get a nice long line from the finger all the way to the heel. Breathing deep. Beautiful, beautiful. Everybody's working where they're able to. We're going to circle that arm around. Don't straighten this front knee. We come right back to warrior two. Palm to the ceiling, and let's go into reverse. So lifting up. You can use the chair, hand on the thigh, or slide those fingers into your back right pocket for a little bit of a bind. Now, heart is still lifted. We're still in mountain pose here. Broad, broad shoulders. Beautiful. Breathing deep. All right, we're going to level this off to warrior two. Now looking over the two peace fingers here. Okay, these are peace fingers. We're going to straighten the front knee. We're going to slide towards the right wall. Hips go to the left, and then windmill come into our triangle pose. If you need that hand on the chair, go ahead and do it. Wherever those fingers land, it's fine with me. All right. So now, let the hips push a little more towards the chair, which means you may need to lift up. Yeah, my socks are wearing out too. Let the shoulders draw back. Yeah, so once again, you're as thin front to back as you can be. Yeah, beautiful. All right, lifting back. We're going to come right back to warrior two. And now reach beyond the fingers. Let's pull back. Take the gaze behind you. Keep that front knee bent, knee over the ankle. Oh my gosh. And pull back. You really have to work those inner thighs. And again. All right, let's come back to the center. Toes to the front. Deep breath. Walk, step, jump your feet in. Back to downward facing dog. That's so interesting. And then turn that tailbone to the back wall. Sit bones. Get a nice stretch down the back of the legs. Take the gaze over the chair and step in, or we'll go the other way. It's a little bit of a rest. So the left toe faces the left wall. The right toe faces the front. Front knee is bent. Warrior two. Palms to the front. I'm going to ask you to press the shoulder blades back a little bit more. Yeah, because we tend to let this happen. Remember, everything's in mountain pose. And then flip the hands back. So we're going to, oh, no, I know what we did. We tipped first. So just touch the knee and then come back. The purpose of this is to get you to hold everything still from the navel down, all right? So nothing moving. Really secure the feet. Cheryl's feet were just slipping away, so she was really working on the legs to hold them still. We haven't always had yoga mats and sticky feet, sticky socks, so there was a time where we really worked on that. Okay, come back to warrior two. Slide, extended angle, hinge. Rest, use the chair. too much on that arm, go ahead and put any arm down you need to. Now maybe we'll turn the gaze towards the arm. Again, keep that chair handy if you need it. One more thing, lift the heart a wee bit more. Can you find length in that arm? Yeah. Send that energy out those fingertips instead of wimpy, right? One nice deep breath. The deepest one you've taken. All right, let's settle on back to warrior two. Stretch the fingers far. Tailbone goes to the ground, palm to the ceiling. Here's reverse. Wow, it looks fabulous. Reaching up. Now, again, chair, thigh, back left pocket. We lift the heart again. Always. Beautiful. Front knee still bent. Check in with yourself. One more breath. All right, we're going to level this out. Straighten that front leg. Slide to the left. Let the hips push to the right. And then we windmill the arms. Wherever that hand lands, it lands. Extending that arm up as much as comfortable as you are. You can always keep it here. Yep, just fine. Don't let these knees lock, but really engage them. Do you have stickies on the bottom of those feet? Oh, there you go. And turn the gaze skyward. You can go in your bare feet. It's up to me.
Yeah, it's hard to never.
Take a nice deep breath in. We're going to level this out. Come right back to warrior two. Find it again, which should feel pretty good. Hands to the heart. Okay. Let's turn both toes and walk your feet in. Deep breath. Step back so you don't hit your face. Forward fold. And circle sweep. Come into chair pose. All right. So in chair pose, you can, I'm just going to show you, you can put the knuckles of toes together and keep the ankle bones apart about an inch, and then as you bring the knees together, you can squeeze them. If that's too much on your hips, then by all means, keep your feet hip distance apart, all right? And then sink back into this. It's up to you entirely, okay? I don't do this very often because I think sometimes it causes trouble in your hips. Okay, but from here, chair pose. Yeah, smile on your face. It's just a yoga class. All right, so I'm going to drop my left hand down to my right outside of the thigh. And then using a little bit of leverage, or use that chair, you can reach to the chair, that's fine. Drop that left shoulder and lift the right shoulder. And then should you find that flexibility, maybe extend that right arm to the ceiling. Keep that chair handy. It really helps you do this. One more breath. All right. Swing it down in front. As it comes back up, you stand up nice and tall. Draw this line up the ceiling. Extend as much as you're comfortable and exhale. All right. We're going to circle sweep and come into that chair pose again. So get your feet wherever you'd like. You can put the knuckles of the toes together. Ankle bones apart about an inch. And then as you bend the knees, they're going to come together there. Sometimes it's easier. I think you get a little security, but it may give low back trouble. Okay, yeah, eyes up, everybody's face. Now, right hand drops to the leg or the chair. Let that right shoulder drop. And this left hand can slide into your back pocket if that works better, or can reach out or up. Using the chair for a little extra leverage if you'd like. Yep, good, Jean. You can always bind this up too, whenever you'd like. Twisted chair. Beautiful. Beautiful. All right, swing that arm down in front. We're going to rise all the way back up. Deep breath in. Reaching, and then release back down. Okay, very nice. Downward facing dog. Another deep breath. All right, look over the chair. So you're going to flex that back and step into the chair with over to the right side with the left foot and slide back the right foot. So I'm going to keep the heel up on my right foot, okay? So it's like a cotch in the middle of a walk. Reach to the ceiling. Deep breath. Now, we're going to take twisted lunge. So I'm going to drop this hand to the outside of the thigh, or you want to scooch that chair to you and get your hand on the chair. Whatever works for you is fine. I have my left hand on the chair first, and I'm going to come into twisted lunge. A little bit of leverage from both hands, turning the body to the left wall. And sense that long spine from the crown of the head all the way to the heel as you do this. Yeah, using the chair as much as you need to. Breathing deep. All right, let's come right back up. Keep that chair handy. Reach to the ceiling. We'll take this little baby arc over, which gives you a really nice stretch in this hip flexor here. Yep. All right. And then arms out to the side. Let's just pop that back foot up for a moment of airplane pose. Belly's in, shoulders down the back. Everything's still in mountain pose. And should you find balance, all right, slowly put that foot down. You're not with intention. Deep breath. Lift to the ceiling. Circle the wrist all the way down. Let's go to the other side. So in on the right foot, back on the left foot, reaching back with that toe, okay? So let's try not to keep it up here. Slide it on back. High lunge. This side, we're just going to try a little crescent pose. So lifting the heart a bit more. You can drop the elbows down into goal post, arm or arms into goal post. And then here we go forward. So I'm going to take that left hand down to the thigh or bring the chair in if you want a little more secure. And then turning the gaze towards the right wall. Use the chair for that leverage. And then sense that long spine from the crown of the head to the heel. Breathing deep. One more breath. All right. So we're going to come up out of this. Take that little baby arc over. And then coming into our airplane. You can keep the foot on the ground or flex the foot and lift it. Lift it from the heel, whatever you'd like to do. Belly in, use the chair or not. And slowly, with intention, it goes back. Deep breath in, forward fold. If you're using that chair, you are still working on balance. We take this halfway rise. Deep breath in. Pull the shoulder blades together. Create this little pool in your back where I could pour in half a cup of water. Belly in. And breathe. And then from here, I'm going to use my chair because I'm going to forward fold a little bit more. Tuck my chin towards my chest, scoop the belly, and roll back up. Nice and slow. Use the chair as just fine until you get all the way back up. Nice and slow. Downward facing dog. I forget I gotta watch the time. Oh my goodness. Stepping back. And then let's take one more of that coming through the chair. So I'm going to step forward on either foot. Bend the elbows. Bring the heart forward. Push all the way up. Step that back foot in, down, and breathe. All right. Grab a drink of water. Let's sit back down. Very nice. Very nice. We did not have that. Funny, I didn't have my cell phone off either. Lucky me, nobody called. Because you'll hear who it is through the Bose. That's what's crazy. Call from Jeff Epsery. Okay, so let's get our last stretch in. Now, if you've been told not to cross the midline with your leg, if you had hip replacement, hip trouble, or knee trouble, then you're going to want to avoid this. You can always just drop the foot over to the ground. Otherwise, I'm going to lift it up nice and high, as high as you're comfortable, and then letting that ankle come to the knee. Now, you can always hold that knee up if that feels better to you. You can press it down if that feels good. Always keep this foot flexed. This toe needs to draw back to the knee to really protect the knee joint there. All right. You find your piriformis stretch, your figure 4, we call this. And then from here, roll up to the tip of the sit bones. Watch you're not coming forward, just the tip of the sit bones. Sit nice and tall, breathe deep. And find your stretch. All right. You should feel tension. You shouldn't feel pain. All right. And then once you get that spine nice and tall, again, mountain pose. Maybe ever so slight hinge forward. That'll take you into a new level. You be the judge. You do you. Find what feels good. Yada, yada, yada. Every breath takes that spine longer. All right, so we're going to cross this leg over. Again, if you've been told not to do this, put the foot right down there on the ground. You'll still get a nice twist in. Take a nice deep breath in, long spine, and then we will twist always on the exhale. And then inhale, we find length again. And exhale, take a little more twist or stay right there. It's just fine. But you're going to inhale and find length. Exhale, stay put or twist. Now, notice what's happened to the spine. Can we remember to find that mountain pose? So draw the shoulders back. Wow. Amazing, amazing. Those core muscles have fired on. You're using them to twist you as well as to hold you nice and tall. Staying in this position, can you bring the thumbs to the heart, hands to namaste position? Still using those core muscles. Beautiful. All right, slowly come on back to the front and cross that leg. Let's press the knuckles forward. Scoop the belly, navel towards the spine. And then flip the hands. We lift them up and release them down. Other side. Knee up to the ceiling. Oh. And then here we cross this leg. You may have two different sides. Okay, so this foot also needs to be underneath the knee right there. Okay, it's gonna want to do this. So keep it right underneath the knee here. And then you judge. You may want to hold this up. You may want to open it up. Hold on to the side, but keep that toe flexed. Sit nice and tall. Breathing deep. And then with each inhale, again, we find that length in the spine. Exhale, hold it and breathe. All right, we're going to cross this leg over. Down on the ground is just fine. This is okay too. Inhale, we find that length. And exhale, we're going to twist on the exhale. Now pull that navel in towards the spine. Get that belly out of the way. Looking towards the left wall. Every inhale finds length. Every exhale, you hold or you twist a little deeper. Now, notice the sit bones square underneath you here. Notice the shoulders. They're parallel to the ground. You know, one hasn't fallen down. And that upper body is in mountain pose. Let's bring the hands to the heart. See if you can use your core muscles to hold you there. Belly in. Nice, 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 nice. All right, slowly come back to the front. We're not spring loaded. We're going to uncross that legs. Take the hands on the back of the chair. I'm going to take the feet forward a little bit. Depends on how comfortable you are with this. You can put one heel on the ground. You can put two heels on the ground. Transferring the weight back into the heel of your hands, lifting the heart. Yeah, you can also bring one foot in. It's fine, whatever you feel comfortable with here. Now, one more thing, tuck the chin in. Yeah, if you stick it out, you can't breathe. So tuck the chin in. Shoulder blades together. Slide them down your back. So you're going to want to bend those elbows there. We call it reverse plank. Yeah. Come on back up. And then feet are about chair width. We're going to slide down the legs. Now, navel towards the spine. I want you to use your imagination that I've put a beach ball right here in front, and it's not your belly. It's a beach. Sometimes it may feel that way, but it's a beach ball. And so you're going to round over it. Scoop that belly. Navel comes in towards your spine. Tuck the chin a little bit. Let the head fall. Take a deep breath into the back ribs. Oh, expand them, and then roll back up. You can use your hands on the thighs and push yourself up to sitting. Nice tall spine. We walk back to the back of the chair. Very, very good. And again, snuggle into the back right there. Maybe a little massage. And then we settle in. Let's take one more little finger and toes movement. In and out, a little wiggle. Yeah, yeah. And then with your finger, rub your nail beds. And then switch to the next finger, and then the next finger, and the next finger, and then the last one. Yeah. Settle on down. Settle back in for some nice deep breaths. All right, 10 deep breaths every day. Let's just do it right now. You'll be surprised how short a time it really takes. Count on your fingers. In through the nose, out through the nose. These last couple breaths, just be sure you feel that belly move out. So you're using the diaphragm as well. And then when you finish, go your fingers and toes. Take a minute, go ahead and finish. Hands together at your heart, eyes open, soft gaze. Remembering the heart of peace shall give life to the whole body. Namaste. Do you remember when I was doing recordings during COVID time, I talked about how important that deep breath is, you know, to keep your lungs good and strong and able to take that deep breath. You want to use that whole lung capacity. You know, when we get lazy, we just breathe up here. And so when you need to call on those lungs and get that full deep breath in, you won't have that ability. So 10 deep breaths every day. Think of exercise for your lungs. Yeah, great. All right, I'll see you Wednesday. We'll do it again. Nice practice today. Very good.